Everybody, it's Monday. Now, I can assume what you're thinking already is that I'm making an idiot out of myself, trying to do an accent that's not really mine. But I thought I'd try. You gotta try some things. Maybe sometimes you could get it, sometimes you can't. Oh well. Because to be honest, usually people tell me that I'm actually pretty good at it, but I'm not sure if I actually am. So I couldn't really tell you if I am or not. Like, I know I could say 1,000 pretty well, because everybody always says they would think I'm naturally this accent. I wonder if I could go the whole 3 minutes talking like this. Also, anyone who has this kind of accent, I really apologise if you're feeling insulted. I really do. I don't mean it in any way, shape or form. I really don't. And if you have this accent and you know that I'm making a complete idiot out of myself, please let me know. I want to know if I'm doing something stupid. I want to know if I look like an idiot. Because I feel like I do. I never understood why the stereotypical part of this accent was saying I do. Like a stereotype every time. If you say the word do, like do, you're gonna say do. Like you're gonna extend the O. Even if you don't do accents, you still do it like that. I never understood why. I think I could pull off this accent pretty well. I think I could do it. If you couldn't tell, not much happened today. When we got to school, we found out there was going to be a field trip. We could have gone to this place that has like fish tank filters and stuff like that. We could have gone there, or no, we went there, and then there was also Lowe's. Go to Lowe's too, but excuse me. I drank a lot of tea. Oops. So, pretty much, the only thing that I would get out of it would be to talk to one of the people at the fish tank place and ask for an interview for a environmental shadow. But to be honest, they were gone for most of the day. I decided not to go. It was really just the fact that I'd only be going there just to ask for a chance to interview somebody. And for all I know, they don't know anything about the field. They don't know anything about environmental. They only know that a fish tank filter makes the water go in circles and cleans it out and think it's magic. For all I know, that's what they knew. I don't know. So pretty much I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna take the chances. Because it was also like a big waste of time. They said they were only gonna be gone for like 2 hours at the most. They were gone for all the day. They left at 11, didn't come back until like 2. I was like, no, I'd rather get work done. Tomorrow I gotta all the aloe plants. I gotta repot those, or some of them anyway. Because something I've learned is that when it comes to aloe, if you have a pot, once the pot starts to fill up, you want to switch it. So don't switch it right away. Don't pull out the second plant, third plant, fourth plant, depending on how far you go with it. You just want to like give it some time to grow. Once the plant itself is like maybe this tall, and usually by that point it's about this wide, maybe a little bit wider, maybe a little less, give or take, then you want to switch it, because then at that point you know that it can sustain itself. Yeah, I don't know much about like aloe plants specifically, but I don't know much about plants. Like, if you ask me how to take care of one, water, put it in a pot of dirt, put some water on it, make sure it gets sunlight, don't give it to a cat, Don't give it to a dog that thinks it's a cat. Don't give it to Cashew. He's just like, what? What are you doing? You know what I'm doing. But yeah. So pretty much I just skipped out on that. Watered all the plants. The fish tanks, oh my god. Those things just... I think we've emptied them the most this school year than we did any other year. Because those things, like the fish in there, we've had so many issues with them. Like, excuse me. We had, I think like I'm trying to remember what it was. It was either it overflowed, or it just got too hot in the greenhouse that the tanks were just like, just done. They either overflowed and the fish went over, or they just got so hot that it just sunk to the bottom, just water all evaporated. And then we also had an issue with like freezing temperatures because the heater... No, I think that's what happened first. I think that was the first thing to happen. Was... no. Well, maybe. I don't know, really. I can't really remember. It was a while ago. But yeah, they either froze or overheated and went over or something. All the fish were dead. There were only like 2-3 fish left. Those fish went on to be in the tanks that were now. And then we put in more fish for them. And those ones, and then 2 of the last 3, the biggest one that we had, the biggest tilapia that we had, that one lived for a pretty long time. It survived the cold. Somebody picked it up and put it into the colder tank. And I slapped him. I'm like, what are you doing? That's like something for people who have warm water fish. If you put it in a thing of ice water, it will send it into a shock and kill it like that. I know, because there was a couple of fish that had a disease that was spreading throughout the whole tank and going all over to all the other fish. And we just, like, I didn't know what to do. Then Mr. Barrows, he came over and he showed up because he was part of this was last year, so they moved him somewhere else. I don't know. They moved him to a different class, which sucked because he was like the face of environmental, to be honest. When you walked in that door, you always expected to see him. Like, if you walk in that door in the morning now, it's the only time you see him. Or after like 1 o'clock. Because they let him out of because he has nothing to do in the other class, so he comes over there and we're like, yay! It's a party now. But yeah. I feel like the accent's changed. I feel like I feel like I started with one and now I'm on the other. Now here's something I really want to know. Am I doing a Scottish accent or an Irish accent? That's my real question. That's the real question right there. Also, like I said, I think Aaron is going to be going to PAX East with me, but I can't guarantee it. I don't know who's going to be going until Friday. Actually, no, I want to know who's going to be going by Thursday. So, if Aaron cannot tell me by Thursday that he can go, he's like a great friend and all. He's one of my best friends in the whole world. But I'm gonna have to tell him, if he can't tell me by Thursday, that to not bother with it, because like, we're going on a trip later on. I'm not going to talk about that now. I'll talk about it when we get closer to the trip itself. But yeah, so pretty much, if he can't give me an answer by Thursday. Like, if he can't, if he can, if he can't give me an answer by Wednesday, then I'm gonna tell him that then I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna talk to a couple of other people, see if they want to go instead, or ask them about it. So if you can't, and if you can't give me a 100% yes or no on Thursday, then don't bother, because I I don't feel like going through all the stress of trying to figure out, okay, so are you coming or no? It's Friday, we have to go now. If we don't go now, then we're gonna go later. And cause like one of the things I really want to do is the Markiplier thing that's gonna be there, and you guys know this. So pretty much, it's really just, if he can't, like, I'm gonna tell him, if he can't, if by Wednesday I don't hear a yes or no, I'm gonna start talking to other people about it. If I don't get a pure yes or no from anybody on Thursday, then I'm not sure what I'm really gonna do. Maybe somebody from the house will be going, I don't know. But all I know is that if I knew it was gonna be like this, I probably should have gone for, like, asked about getting the one for Friday and one for Saturday and Sunday, and then just go on the 2 days instead of two people going on one. To be honest, I think the only thing I really got to worry about is having money for food if I get hungry. But then I don't really get hungry much. Oh, for breakfast today, because we had an hour delay, and like I said, nobody is feeling that great, I had to make breakfast for myself, which I don't usually do because I'm not good with making breakfast. Like, unless I have time to think it out, like, I could do pancakes or waffles, not frozen waffles, oh god, those Eggo things, ugh, hate those. Correction, I don't hate them, I just don't like them as much as everybody else does. So pretty much, I cut a head of lettuce in half, and I was just like, I was just eating half of it. It was funny. And then a friend of mine's like, "You were eating lettuce?" I'm like, "Yeah. How do you know?" I can smell it in your breath. And then I was like, "Yeah, and I could tell you're eating something grape, or you ate something grape." And he's like, "Yeah, I got some grape gum." I'm like, "Oh, great gum? Sounds like fun." But yeah. So, the real question is, how is this gonna sound when I do the outro? So, oh, this is weird because I usually have my right hand. Oh, also, for those of you who don't know, like, if I get bored or I have nothing to do, I go like this with both my arms, like, show you real quick. Like, if I get bored or something, I just go like this. Like, you switch the hand placement every time, so your left hand's on top this time, then you go again into your right hand. And it actually does a lot to your shoulders. Like, I did 1,000 of them in pull-out today, because I was just sitting there doing nothing, and I can already see like a thing right here, the muscle right here. It wasn't this, like, it didn't make itself shown as much. Like, if this was a shirtless vlog, you'd probably be able to see the difference from usual. Like, right now all you see is right here, and that's not really that big of a difference because I'm not working out my neck. I don't know how to do that. I don't understand how people do it. But anyway, this is almost 15 minutes. I don't want to really go past 15, so I will see you guys in the shadows.